Producergrind Podcast, man. We got First in the building.
Hey, what's going on, my boy?
What's good with you, bro, man?
Man, I'm good. I cannot complain at all, man. Just, I'm a hippie when it comes to this music shit. I'm just living. I'm just creating, bro. I'm in a good space, man. That's what I'm gonna call it.
That's dope, man.
Hey.
It's good to be here, man. Appreciate you having us pull up, man. It's a fire space you got here. You guys see all these plaques, man. We got, it's a legendary episode right here, like you kind of were just saying, man. For those of you guys that don't know, man, First, man, the credits go back. Travis Porter, their biggest hits, all produced by First. If you guys were tuning into the Charlie Rocket episode, that's actually one of our biggest episodes. People love that episode.
Word.
Shout out to Charlie, man.
Shout out to Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie's dope, man. But the legendary story he told about First pulling up. But we're gonna get into that, man. All the way to Post Malone, 2 Chainz, Watch Out, Migos. Crazy records. So but we want to hear the full story. But yeah, man. What's been good though, man? How's life been for you for these past few months?
Past few months, the pandemic months.
Yeah. I always like to check in on the pandemic months.
I feel like these past couple months, it's just been time to really reflect and figure out your next grind or whatever your next thing you about to do in life is. I feel like this was the time to fucking kind of figure it out. And even though it was stressful for a lot of people, it's stressful for everybody. But I feel like this time, if you use this time wisely, it was the time to get your shit together, get your mind right, to just get ready for what's coming, 2021, the future, all that.
Nah, for real.
So that's what I was doing, bro.
No, most definitely, man. I know, me myself, I learned a lot, just about what to focus on, what not to focus on. Really these past few months. What would you say is one of the biggest takeaways, or what's one of your newest goals or whatever that you're really working on?
My newest goal right now, I have 2 new goals. One is to be one of the biggest artists on the planet. 2, I want to get my own plaques, and I just want to get my own plaques as an artist. That's my goal, plaques as an artist and just releasing good music, man. Just something everybody can vibe to and just showing a new experience. I just want to give a new experience to music. That's always my goal. It could be simple, it could be complex, regardless. I just want to just give a new experience to the listener. That's all I want.
Most definitely. I like how you're just I just want to be one of the biggest artists on the planet. Low key said that. That's a dope goal though, and it's dope. We got a chance to check out some of the music and visuals and stuff you've been working on. Super dope. One of the things I picked up too was you were talking about manifestation, and kind of more on the spiritual side of things. Can you talk a little bit about that? What is man? You said that this is. You were in Tokyo and you're like, this is something that I'm always manifested, always been working on, kind of low key. When did that kind of come into your life? That kind of spiritual side of things.
I feel like the spiritual side. What do you mean spiritual side?
Okay, I just relate spirit, law of attraction, manifestation. I guess that's just kind of maybe that's not the right term, but to me that's kind of the spiritual side.
Mm-hmm.
And then and to me it's not separate from religious and all that stuff. To me it's all kind of one.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you that I agree with you on that. But when did I realize it? I've realized I've always been on the law of attraction and all that shit. I've always been doing it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know I was doing it.
Okay.
And that's for good stuff and bad stuff.
Facts.
Whether I was in a good situation, working situation, or I was in a situation where I was about to fight or something, I was using it and not even paying attention, not even understanding it really. I feel like one day, me and my friends were chilling in the studio, and it was about 3 or 4 of us for 3 months. So it was the same 3 people in the studio for 3 months. And we would always be joking, talking, playing, mainly joking and being sarcastic and all that. And being in the same place every day with the same 3 or 4 people, it's you get to experience the same coincidences. You get to experience the same deja vu moments and all that crazy shit for one, on some crazy shit, everybody was having the same deja vu. Everybody was having deja vu in front of the booth. Randomly. Out of all those times, somebody randomly say, like, whoa, shit, I had that. I'm like, man, me too the other day, right there, right at that spot. I can't explain that shit, but that's some other shit. We're not gonna go there. But no, we were realizing we were joking and being sarcastic all the time, and shit would just pop up on Instagram or something. We'll say a joke about somebody. They could be famous. Then like something, it'll just be a coincidence. They'll like some shit will happen to them, or they'll call me or some shit. So we all started noticing that. We're like, yo, you peeped that. Yo, you peeped that. Because usually you're alone when those kind of things happen. So you don't have anybody to question.
Yeah.
But we were all in the same spot. So we were all realizing all these coincidences, all these crazy things. So we was like, bro, this shit like Wakanda, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on, bro? We need to start being sarcastic, bro. We need to just start being serious. Everything we say is just gonna happen. Like, you know what I mean? Let's stop playing. Like, even being sarcastic with each other. Because we always do it all the time. But it's like, sometimes we say some crazy shit on the daily basis, though. But for like those phrases, I'm dead, I hate I'm dead. Oh my God. I hate it. Even though I do say it too all the time, or I'm weak. I'm weak, all that shit. Like, we all do it, but man, we gotta stop doing that shit though. Because it's like, damn, you calling yourself weak, you calling yourself dead.
Right.
Even if say nothing is happening, say this is all bullshit. Fuck it. But this shit is real. That shit would suck. Because we say that all the time just in a joking manner. So we was just like, yo, let's just stop joking. Let's just keep it. Let's just start saying fire shit. Like, positive shit. Like, yo, this song is gonna go crazy right when it come out. Or we gonna make so much, not even about money. We're gonna get that car I always wanted in 2 weeks or something. But just more like that instead of just playing around and just being sarcastic. That's one thing. But I don't know if I'm just being too serious now. I just noticed a lot on that. We went too deep on that too.
No, we good. No, bro, trust me, they love the deep shit. Because you know what I mean? Like, that's what, like, literally you could ask the fans, bro, one of their favorite episodes is, like, literally, like, you ask anyone, like, they put the Charlie episode in the top, and that's pretty much, you know, that's Charlie's whole thing. That's what he was talking about. So that's one thing that's dope about our community is we love, you know, talking about that type of stuff. But like you said though, I think it really is important because you could definitely use it in a good way, but then you could subconsciously, like you said, be using it in a bad way just by like the things you worry about, you know, even more than, you know, just like saying certain things. All that shit is real, but yeah, man, we can get back to that kind of stuff, man. Let's take it all the way back, bro. How did you know your entire journey start? Like, you know, how did you even get into music? And I know you're from Atlanta. Just how did it all start, man?
Man, I got into music early. Not actually making it, but knowing that it was something in it that I wanted to do. I just didn't know yet because I was like 5 or 6.
Okay.
When I was little, I heard my dad had all these vinyls, records and shit. And I found this George Clinton one. You know, there's a huge George Clinton picture in there too. George Clinton is my hero. There was this Parliament-Funkadelic. It was some old shit. Because my parents, they old heads. They listen to all the classic shit and got all the old records from Led Zeppelin to George Clinton to everybody. But so I found this record. And they were like in space or something. They just looked crazy. So I'm like, man, let me put that on. They used to let me fuck with the record player and shit. So I put it on. And I heard it. And this song called Flashlight came on. I'm like, this shit is kinda, I don't even know the word. I ain't even use slang it when I was 5. I didn't know. I was just like, what the fuck? My brain exploded. And I peeped when you play this song, old people will go crazy. Like, they'll hear it and be like, oh shit. So I'm like, damn, this shit can make people get up. Like, this shit just controlled everybody in my house. Like, my aunts, uncles, everybody over. I just knew if that song came on, they'll be like, oh, it'll just control them. I'm like, what the fuck? All I did was press play. And I felt like I was doing it too because it was like me playing it.
You're low-key DJing.
Yeah, I was low-key DJing. So I'm like, oh, this is fire. So I remember that was like a milestone in this. That's something I remember, like that whole situation and music being able to get people up and just do different things. So I was like, oh shit, that's fire. Fast forward, yeah, and if y'all don't know George Clinton and Parliament-Funkadelic, go listen to that. Go check that out. Just get high one day lay back, just listen to it. He got amazing songs. Even if you like rock music, so you don't even have to like rock, like rap. They got this song called Maggot Brain. It's all instrumental. It's this dude playing guitar. George Clinton told the guitarist, act like your mom died and play. And he played. And then the song just kept going. Then they told him, act like you just found out she was alive again. All in the same song. But yeah, that's some crazy shit. But yeah, George Clinton, he in the shit I'm into.
Do you ever get that deep when you make beats? Like try to like put yourself in scenarios and shit like that?
Yeah, I do actually. I always make cause I hate it, but when I could say famous people, it's like not just all famous people I know too, but when someone dies and like you see it, I usually make something because it triggers an emotion.
Yeah.
I made a song, bro. I didn't even know Marlo. When Marlo died, I made a song for Marlo, bro. That shit called Rest in Peace Marlo, bro. I don't even know, bro. But his shit kind of reminded me of like Bankroll Fresh shit, just the way he was and people fucked with him. And I love Bankroll Fresh. So I'm like, man, I just made a song. And it was just really about people just, people and just going out. I have a song called RP Smoke too. Like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it. I wanted Travis Scott to do it, but I don't even know if he ended up hearing it or not. But I just write shit just because of emotions.
Most definitely. Rest in peace to all three of them too, by the way. So yeah, I mean, back to the come up story. So, I see, you grew up on, funk music and George Clinton and shit like that. Continue the story, man. I'm all ears.
Oh yeah. It wasn't just that. See, I had three. I'm a twin. I had three sisters.
Okay.
And they're older than me, so I would hear shit that they would be listening to. I remember my sister. She would listen to Limp Bizkit and other rock shit like that, like Korn and all that.
Damn.
And then she would listen to like Alanis Morissette, whole bunch of other crazy shit. And my other sister, she was with that the rave shit.
Okay.
And she probably took X and shit. I heard music she was playing. She was playing like the old techno shit, like, and this was like early 2000s, you know what I mean? So I'm like hearing, I'm just hearing random shit, even late 90s and all that shit. I was always just hearing shit they were playing. And then I had my own love of shit. I've always listened to 3 6 Mafia.
Word.
3 6 Mafia. All the Memphis shit, I've been around with that forever. Atlanta too, of course. I'm from Atlanta.
Yeah.
But just the beats, all the Memphis shit, always rocking with it. Whether I think they was hypnotizing me or something. But all that shit, they beats. DJ Paul and what Juicy J was making a lot of those beats. And it was other people too. Tommy Wright. So many Memphis artists with just that. All that stuff the Suicide Boys are doing. All that kind of shit. That's like, I grew up on that 3 6 Mafia stuff kind of shit too. And
they most definitely influenced the game for sure.
Yeah. They let me know like, oh, you don't have to know music to make this shit. You know what I mean? You could do this shit without. And even though you still know it, but like you don't make it the conventional way. You know what I mean? They like sampling random scary movies and shit.
Yeah.
Random kicks and snares and putting it all together. So I always looked up to them for that because that's fire. Like I'm like, damn, I know they're not using keyboards and shit. They're not playing. They're just sampling, just throwing shit together, screwing it, chopping it. 3 6 for sure. All the Texas music. I got like, cause of my uncles and everything. I just found out my friend's first rap album he ever heard was Nelly, and I'm like, this is insane. No offense to anybody, no offense to Nelly. Nelly was amazing. He came out, he made noise. That can't be the first rap album. That can't be the first rap album you heard, bro. What was the first rap album you heard?
I don't know if I want to tell you.
Just tell me, it's okay.
The first rap album was Marshall Mathers LP.
That's cool. Eminem's an amazing rapper. He's an amazing rapper. That's probably the third album I ever bought.
Word. Yeah, it was Marshall Mathers and Get Rich or Die Trying and the 8 Mile soundtrack.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But Nelly, you're right.
Yeah, right. It's more like pop rap.
Yeah, the first album I ever heard was Chronic, The Chronic.
Okay.
Dr. Dre.
Hell yeah.
and I stole it. My sister's friend had it. I didn't know what it was. I didn't even know what it was. It was just black and it had the green weed leaf on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I gotta listen to that. It was like God was.
Oh, you're talking about the 2001 crime?
No, the original one.
Okay.
I didn't even know what it was. It was like God was like, listen to this, my son. And he found it and I just took it home. And I was like, what the fuck am I listening to? And that was already past the time it was out. It was late. Like this was like probably like 98, 99, bro. So It's like I heard it late. But still, that's like one of the first albums like I heard myself. Like I put it in myself and press play. So yeah, shout out to Dr. Dre and shit. And then the first music videos, my dad randomly, he African, he don't even keep up with rap. He don't even be knowing. He brought home this VHS and it had all these Wu-Tang videos on it and shit. So I saw that too. So I was in Atlanta and got to hear New York shit, everything. So shout out to them. Shout out to my fam, bro. I was listening to all kind of shit.
So back then in Atlanta, like, because I moved to Atlanta in 2016 and I feel like everyone I really run into that's more like younger, like, they don't really know much about like old New York shit or even really up until like Pop Smoke, even like current, New York shit. Back then, was it different though? Was a lot of people listening to shit like that? Like
hell yeah,
Dipset
bro.
and all that?
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. I used to love Dipset, bro. My friends did too. I feel when I came out to the West Coast though, my friends out here was like, we ain't hear it that much. They said a couple of people said they did, but I don't know, maybe they was just hating. But Dipset was a big part. Like, I just love rap, bro. That's the thing about rap. And they were talking about categories in the Grammys. We need more genres, bro. We need way more genres, bro. It's too much different rap. That's the thing. Like, and some people haven't even heard all of it. Some people only heard, like, as crazy as it sounds, some people only heard like one or two genres of rap. Like, people don't even understand that it's a million fucking genres.
Yeah, especially
in rap.
now, right?
Fucking backpack. The fucking, what else? It's backpack shit. It's trap shit.
The boom bap shit still.
Boom bap, soft lover boy shit. The emo type rap.
Right.
Like, bro, there's so many different types, bro.
The West Coast shit.
The
Bay shit.
The Bay, like, it's so many different types. And even if it's regional, but there's so many different types, bro. And we just throw it all in one. Insane.
Yeah, no, it don't really make sense.
It's insane. It's not fair at all, bro. It's like the instrumentalist type. They'll still have words on this instrument. There's just so many different types, and we just throw it all into one. And that shit ain't fair. You gotta fix that shit. And everything, the AMAs, everything. At least have 2 or 3. At least have 2 or 3.
So wait, does rock have multiple categories in the Grammys?
They got, I don't quote me on this, but I feel like it's indie, acoustic. I don't know, we have to look it up.
Yeah,
but there's a lot.
Yeah. Country's got their own awards.
Country.
They got their own awards.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, hip-hop's got our own awards too.
Yeah, we just did.
But yeah, we need to work on that, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's only the BET Awards got it.
Yeah.
But at least two. The
Source Awards.
They still do that?
I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest. I know I've heard of it. I don't really tap into too much of the award stuff anyways.
Yeah. No, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Dang. They call me, I'll pull up, but yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, man, continue the story.
Oh, yeah. So shit, fast forward.
What was like your first, what was your first like dream or goal as a kid? Was it college? Was it sports? What was it?
I feel like, my first dream was baseball. I played every sport, but I focused a lot on baseball up in high school and everything, and then I stopped. I couldn't keep up with grades and all that shit. I'm like, man, they want too much. Like, this is like kind of insane. Even the practices, my brain just started steering towards other shit. And I just started making beats one day. My homie told me about Fruity Loops. He was like, yo, bro, check this shit out. This shit kind of hard, bro. He showed me that in like 8th grade. And then 9th grade, I started taking it serious. Just kept making shit. They started playing shit at football games. Like when the players came out, basketball games and shit. They'd be like, oh shit, that's first beat. And everybody was going crazy. And then everybody started pulling up to my mom's house in the basement. Niggas from the east side would pull up all over, bro. North side, everybody just pull up to my mom's basement and I would just record them down there. Because I figured out a little bootleg way. We didn't even use headphones, bro. We had the speakers real low and niggas was literally trying to rap. And
wow.
Yeah, the shit was
what was your mic
horrible.
setup? What was your setup?
We was using the hand. This is like the first studio setup. We was using a handheld. Yeah, we was using a handheld.
Like one of the basic computer mics.
And just going straight into there. But what's crazy about that, they doing that in Brazil right now and making hit songs, bro.
Off simple shit like that.
Handheld mic, do singing hit songs. I'm like, damn, it could be done. But that shit sucked what we was making back then, though. I had a couple beats that might have been cool.
Well, they got more advantage. They got better programs. Mm-hmm. They got, you know what I mean, more YouTube tutorials. Like, you could use a whack-ass mic and throw some good compressor and EQ on that shit. Yeah. You can make it sound good. Yeah. Like, you could use probably a Turtle Beach Xbox mic or some shit.
Yeah, these days you definitely could. So, yeah, those were like beginning stages. And then I was like, I feel like 10th grade, I feel like I started feeling the same way since the 10th grade. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be fire, bro. I'm gonna be an artist and a producer, dog. I'm gonna do this shit. So I just started literally just cooking up every day. I said, fuck everything else. And that's all I started focusing on.
So you weren't making beats at first when you were just messing around? You were just recording and rapping kind of shit? Downloading instrumentals?
I was just trying to figure it out. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just know what I was doing didn't sound like it could be on the radio.
Okay.
Like, and not saying the radio should be your judge, but I just mean like sonics-wise and quality. I was just like, fuck, this shit don't sound, this shit does not sound like it's supposed to be on the radio or it don't sound like one of these music videos on TV. I'm like, how the fuck do I make that happen? So I just kept trying, just recording myself or recording anybody. My other homie used to help record too, and he's trying to figure it out. Like, I don't even think this is even before YouTube, bro.
Yeah.
Like, YouTube might have been out, but the how-tos wasn't out like they are now.
You'll catch like a Ryan Leslie cook-up or something like
you
that.
catch Ryan Leslie cook-up or an old video of a producer making beats, but you're not seeing the how-to or nothing. You're not seeing that.
Right.
So we just kept trying to figure that shit out. And then like into high school and shit, I'm like, fuck. I don't know what to do, bro. I know I can't be at a regular job or whatever. And I went to Full Sail and shit.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And
like actual on campus?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I went to Full Sail.
Bro, that was one of my dreams, bro.
For 1 year. And then I came back.
And everything.
Crazy debt from that shit, bro. Crazy debt. Oh, I paid this shit off now. But crazy debt from that shit. I was trying to get a loan from everybody, dog. That shit was crazy. I remember my granddaddy was like, nah, bro. I can't sign off on that for you, bro. Yeah. Too much money, bro. But I ended up getting it. They called my friend's mom for that. They called everybody for that shit. But yeah, I went there for a year. I realized the shit I picked up from there was really just, they showed me Logic.
Okay.
I didn't know what the fuck Logic was. I didn't know what a Mac was, bro. I heard of them shits, but I didn't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah.
And then, so I figured out Logic. And then came back. Went back to my mom's house. Broke as fuck. I'm like, damn.
So you finished Full Sail in a year?
It's just 1 year.
Oh, yeah. Because it's quick. Like a full year, no break type shit.
Yeah, that shit quick as hell. You take a test every month.
60 bands.
You take 12 tests. You good. And then that's it. It's like, not like college. It's nothing like college. Like,
yeah.
So, I'm back. Broke as fuck. I'm like, how the fuck do I get in the studio?
At least you went back to a city like Atlanta, though. Like, a lot of people gotta go back to, like, somewhere in Ohio or, you know what I mean? Some random place.
Yeah. So, I'm like, fuck, I gotta figure out a way to get in the studio, bro. Like, how do I get in there? I'm literally thinking that. How the fuck do I get into a studio? So, my dad met this random guy. Was crazy. this happens now, like a random parent or something will go to my dad and he'll find out I make music and he'll try to link us. But my dad did that to somebody and it worked. He did that to this producer named John. He randomly met him. I don't know how they met. And he was like, my son makes beats and shit. And he can engineer too. Fast forward, the dude let me come to the studio. He just produced this Beyonce song with Jay-Z or something. Like Deja Vu, I think. That's the song he produced. So he let me start like engineering and just cleaning up the studio and helping him out. It wasn't a big studio at all. It was a small studio like in this warehouse or whatever. But he used to let me be there. And they had equipment that I dreamed of having, even though it wasn't the greatest either, but it was good equipment. It worked, Mac, everything. So he used to let me be in there. I just made sure I kept that bitch clean, just working. I'm like, bro, I ain't leaving this bitch, bro. I'm about to be making my songs, my other partners. My homie Jay used to pull up Siege. We just used to be making songs, bro. All the dudes 2-9 just randomly pulling up. We making songs, bro. Because I'm like, I got it. Then I would still have to do the shit, he wanted me to do. Yeah. But I was learning and he was like, cool. Cause I didn't know what the fuck I was doing really. Like I kind of did. But he just threw me out there. He threw me out there with other writers and shit to record them and just try to help mix his shit. So I learned a lot from him because he was a real producer doing it. And he actually let me just watch and see what was going on. So I was like my first place into the studio. And then fast forward that, we had got into it. I got into it with the producer. It was over a little bit of paper too, but I was so broke. It was over a little bit of paper. This is the thing. This is the tip, bro. Y'all gotta don't focus on the little money, bro. Like, yes, you gotta get it because you're gonna be in a situation where you need it for certain shit, but it's like, just keep your eye on the big prize.
Yeah, don't be petty, right?
Don't be petty. Keep your eye on the big prize. The petty, because you gonna still see all these people later, whether you hate them or not. You're still gonna see, if they're in the music business or whatever, they make music, you're going to see them. And it don't have to be, you ain't gotta be hate towards each other. It can be cool. So just always try to figure those things out. Don't be petty. But anyway, we got into it. So then, bam, didn't have a studio again. Staying at my friend Sean and Tunde house downtown in Atlanta. They run Love Renaissance now and like a part of Interscope. They going crazy now, but they weren't doing that at this time. I'm just staying in their house because they live downtown. I know the studios is downtown. They my dogs. This is where I'm at because I got to get to a studio. That's all my brain's always on. Get inside a motherfucking studio. Bro.
Did you have a regular job or anything at this point?
Hell no. Oh no. Hell no. I told myself I was never gonna get a job again. I did before that. Before I went to Full Selling shit, I did have a regular job. I worked at like Sam's Club and shit.
Oh, okay.
That shit wasn't it. But cause like if you were real creative, that shit will fuck your brain up, bro. Like that shit is like torture. Even school, like you just sit in that room, the fucking prison walls, I could literally listen to the clock. I used to listen to the fucking clock, bro. Like click, click. The teacher would be talking. All I would hear is the fucking clock, bro. Because my brain was in so many other places. So like, because my brain thinks music. Like my brain does not think regular thoughts. I finally figured that out. Finally. Like after all these years, I'm like, I just got to face it. My brain does not think regular thoughts. My brain thinks
808s and hi-hats.
Songs, no words too. Song titles, hooks, everything. My brain does not think regular thoughts. It sucks. Even when I'm talking to people regular, they'll say something. I'm like, damn, that'll be a fire song. I gotta stop fucking doing that. People literally will tell me something serious as fuck. My brain just be like, that just made that a song, bro. And I'm like, damn, that's a fire song, dog.
That's a gift, though.
I know. But to the person spilling their heart out to you, that shit ain't right all the time, bro. That shit be crazy, bro. And I figured out, like, oh, shit. I do that a lot. My brain just thinks, think this shit all the time. All the time. Even seeing a person. Like when I first met Post, I was like, what the fuck? We didn't even make no song yet. Didn't even make a song yet. We just kicked it, met at the studio. I'm like, damn, bro, you gonna be fire, bro. You gonna go crazy, bro. Watch. I don't even think he got it. He knew he wanted to do it though, but then he like later, of course, everything came together. He was like, "Oh yeah, I got this." I mean, I'm like, "Damn, bro, you gonna be fine, bro." I asked him if I could move to No, he asked me to move into his crib in LA and shit, and he was living with his friend. So I just came and piggybacked on where he was piggybacking and shit. But we got to make music there. I'm like, as long as I'm in the studio, I'm good. That's why I never leave my studio now, because I've always tried to get in one. So now I'm in one. I ain't got to leave, bro.
You can't leave, right?
I'm gonna leave when this shit cracking. I gotta do a show or something. But yeah,
super dope. But I definitely want to get to the Post Malone stuff. So you're interning at studios. Got fired from one studio from getting into it with the owner or the producer/owner. I guess, you know, what was the next step after that?
Oh, Hanky. The next step after that was Mr. Hanky in Collipark. Man, Mr. Collipark. He been fired in Atlanta, like in the 90s into the 2000s. He was producing. He was an artist too. His name was DJ Smurf. And he used to make like all that ass shaking music in the early 90s, all that shit with like So Def Bass All-Stars type shit. Yeah, I met him and Hanky. I don't even know how I met them. How did I meet Hanky? I don't know how I met Hanky. But Hanky worked at Collipark Music, and they used to let me come to their studio on the South Side. And yeah. And I would always pull up to their studio. And at that time, they was working with like that BIC dude and like J Money.
Yeah, first name, last name?
Yeah. This like futuristic time, bro. Yeah, and they just let me in the studio, bro. And Hanky was like, "Yo, I'm working with these kids, Travis Porter. They manager Charlie, bro. You want to mix something for him?" I think I used to mix songs for like $50 or $100.
Okay.
$75 I used to mix songs for.
Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah. And yeah, he just got me in with them. And then I linked up with Waka. We made that Travis Porter and Waka Flocka song. Hell you talking about? That was like the first song I worked on. And I was like moving shit around and like arranging the beat and shit. And like just adding different effects to it. And I like mixed it and shit. And then he introduced me to Charlie. You know, Charlie was always trying to save money. At that time, he was always trying to save money. And he heard I was cheap. So he was like, "Shit, man, start pulling up to the studio every day." Charlie started picking me up from my house to record for them in his mom's basement.
Yeah.
And everything. We would be down there everywhere recording with Travis Porter. And then I was like, "Damn, I need to get these niggas some beats, bro. They don't even know I make beats." But they just be moving so fast and everything. You know. One day, Jose Guapo told me to make a beat. He was there. He came before everybody else.
Yeah.
And Jose Guapo was like, "Yo, man, let's make a song, make a beat." So I made a beat. We made the song called Sideways. That shit was hard. And then Strap got on it from Travis Porter. And really, that was the beginning of them. Oh, yeah, he can make beats too. You know what I mean? And then, fast forward.
What do you say you pulled up with a big ass, like 80 key keyboard?
Oh, because my friend had just got a Triton.
Oh, okay.
My friend had a Triton, and he did not use that shit. He didn't use that shit at all, bro. And he had a Triton or whatever, and I saw on TV or something that Pharrell had it, and the Neptunes had it. So I'm like, nigga, if they got it, nigga, something in there that I need. I think I saw Drummer Boy with one before, Zaytoven. All that. I'm like, bro, we gotta use this shit somehow. I know it's the sound in here we gonna use. But now, at that time, I wasn't even using it fully. I was using it as like MIDI.
What were you using? FL at this point? Logic still? Or?
Yeah, I was using FL. I was using FL and sometimes Logic.
Okay.
And sometimes Logic. And so, fast forward, you know, I was still rapping too. So I had I ended up getting this manager. His name was Rel, and he used to help manage us with me and my other friend who rap and make beats, Sauce. Rel, Tunde, and Shine used to all help like manage us as rappers and producers. So I was still rapping on my own. So I got a manager to manage me as a rapper.
Okay.
So we had a studio, another studio downtown. It was still bootleg as fuck. We did not have professional equipment. Then we had like a old ass inbox. We had an old inbox, some makeshift speakers, no speaker stands, but we was finessing it. Travis Porter came through. I remember this day perfectly because Quez came with Snow on the Bluff, blank DVD. This is when it first came out. Not Netflix, nothing. He just came from the barbershop and Quez had Snow on the Bluff. And we watched it and we thought that shit was real, like some Blair Witch shit. He was like, nigga, this shit is real, nigga. I remember that. Right after that, all these girls, it was like 3 girls came to the studio, to the crib where the studio was at. We were just kicking it. And I remember I started making beats or whatever. Strap was like, bro, we gotta make something like some New Orleans shit. I need a hot girl type shit, just something like just some New Orleans type shit. So I'm like, shit, let's do it, bro. Let's do it. And we started making Bring It Back. Wait, this order's wrong. That was the stories, right? But it was second. We made Make It Rain first.
Okay.
Trippy.
Classics.
Yeah. We made Make It Rain first. All in the same night, same place, everything. And
with Triton sounds or?
No. Shit. I remember one of the sounds was from a Vibe kit.
Hey, shout out to Vibe.
Yeah, shout out to Vibe. And then the rest was from, I remember B Weezy, DJ Spinz. I met DJ Spinz through Travis Porter too.
Okay.
And he introduced me to B Weezy. B Weezy is the one with all the sounds. He's the originator with the sounds. We are using the Spinz kick, but we are using the B Weezy kit, bro. I'm telling you. Everybody got that shit. Not Weezy, B Weezy.
Yeah.
So yeah. And shout out to Weezy too. But yeah, it was that kit. I just got it too. I had it for like 2 days. So it was those 2-3 kits combined. And we just started cooking up. And I think one of the girls, we asked one of the girls, what y'all want to hear when y'all at the club? And she literally just went in, you want to see some ass? I want to see some cash. And we recorded that bitch. And we finished it. Next thing you know, Gucci Mane was on B103 talking about, yo, these niggas is hard. Like I remember they played it, and that was history. And later that night into the next morning, we made Bring It Back. But we didn't even know it was about to be in a row like that, and it was about to be crazy. And we made the song Bring It Back. And that's like the history of that. That's like the beginning.
Classics
like
too.
Start.
Like those songs are really like still in Atlanta. You hear them shit on the radio, in the club. Like,
and at the end of that, yeah. And then towards the end with us kicking it all the time, being together, then we made the Ayy Ladies song. And the Ayy Ladies song was almost an accident, bro. We sent it to Tyga. Travis Porter and Tyga were gonna make a mixtape. It's just like a twerking mixtape, and he sent it to someone sent it to Tyga. He ended up putting a verse on that bitch and just putting that bitch out. So it like forced us to just like put the song out. And that shit went crazy. Shit went too crazy. Did
those songs change your life in a way? Or?
Hell yeah, they changed my life. That was the beginning. I'm like, oh, this is real. And then there were so many remixes on the Make It Rain song. Like so many remixes, so many fucking people, bro. I can't even. What's his name? Childish Gambino. Even he did a. Danny Glover did a.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he even did a remix. Everybody did a remix of that song, bro. And he did one of FDB too, I think. But everybody did a remix of that, and that's when I'm like, this shit is real, bro. This shit real as fuck. All my favorite rappers rapped on my beat, bro. This is crazy. I know how the younger producers feel now. Like, I was like, I know how everybody feel now. Everybody rapping on my beat. So I'm like, this shit is real. I'm like, I knew this shit was real. So after that, I took that shit too serious. And of course, I always heard about Kanye West. That was the beginning of him popping off too. Like, not the beginning. He was already popped off. He popped off in 2006, 2004 or something.
Right.
But I was always listening to him, always paying attention to him because I know he made beats and I know he rapped. I always did the same thing. I'm like, I'm gonna keep up with him. This nigga hard or whatever. And of course, the Through the Wire video changed my life. I feel like if anybody makes beats or raps or anything, the Through the Wire video is like the most inspirational shit you could ever fucking see. You know what I mean? It's like, So yeah, that just always stuck with me. And I'm like, shit, I'm about to do this shit. I started linking up with all these different artists. I linked up with Gucci Mane. A couple times. I think Waka first introduced me to Gucci Mane. And shit. I mean, it was a lot. Where are we at right now? Hold on. Let me get some water, bro.
Oh, no, go ahead. Yeah, so, I mean, we were talking about, you know, the classics that dropped with Travis Porter. And then, obviously, I'm sure shit turned up. I'm sure everybody wanted to work with you at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after everything was like rolling, something in Atlanta that I realized doesn't happen in a lot of other places is collaborations. I tell you, all the producers collaborate in Atlanta is crazy. In one room, it would be like me, DJ Spinz, Southside, Sonny Digital, even Metro. Early days, Metro always be through there, bro. Cooking in the same place. Might be different rooms, but it was everybody's literally cooking up, whether it's the same computer or two computers. Everybody's vibing, cooking up, literally creating artists in the like while we're doing that.
Mm.
Whether it was at Sonny Digital house or me and DJ Spinz had a studio on the east side and like Hood Rich and everybody be through there. That's where Young Thug made fucking his first two songs. Stoner. Not his first two songs, but his first big song. He made Stoner in there and what's the other one, Stoner, and what was the other song, bro? But anyway, everybody's be through there. Rich Homie Quan. That's where I made. I was linked with Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug, and we made what's the fucking song called? Please get the fuck out of my face.
Oh, fact.
Someone get him out of my face. Fact. That was an amazing time because them working together was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Mm.
Like, if you got to witness that, man, you lucky because of course it's over now. Them niggas worked together like magic. Like, it was like they was competing against each other. Like, even though they was cool, competing with each other for verses and hooks and all that, first person first. That shit was amazing, bro. And I got to witness that.
Though.
And like, the studio we had, it was just a good space. Everybody was coming through. So that's one thing too. Try to link with a hub or make a hub. Whatever spot you at, make sure that's the spot that everybody pulling up at.
You guys used to be at Hot Beats at all? Or?
Nah. I wouldn't. I've always had my own little space.
Your own spot. Okay.
Whether it was small or not, I always tried to have my own space. Like, this is a spot off of 85. You know, like when you go into the north side, that big...
With a whole bunch of studios.
That big hotel building.
Big hotel.
It's shut down, though. The big hotel building.
Oh, it looks like Capitol Records?
Looks like Capitol Records. I had a studio in there at the top floor, bro.
I always wonder what the hell was going on there.
I had a studio in that bitch, top floor. It was actually in Zombieland, too, at the end. If you've seen Zombieland 2, that whole building is in the end. Yeah, bro.
I gotta go check it out.
We had a studio in that bitch. Diplo pulled up to that bitch. I first met Diplo and MJQ. Cool dude. But so many people pulled up to my studio. DJ Green Lantern. I just always tried to have a spot where people can pull up, smoke, and hear music. If you got that, you good. Have a little light, and you don't have to have the greatest equipment. You just got to have a place where people know everything kind of work. We can make shit happen. We can smoke, and we cool. If you had that, you know what I mean?
Bro, that's so dope.
Start.
That's so dope. I finally figured out what the hell was going on in that building. I want to know why it's so abandoned.
No, that place was a trap house, bro. Oh, the sixth floor. The sixth floor was the scariest shit. The lights was dim and shit. Cause it was like a halfway house too.
Okay.
It was the craziest shit. That place was crazy. It wasn't even. We weren't even supposed to be in there. It was like a condemned building, bro. And they finally just shut that shit down. Like, and we couldn't get in. Like, all our shit was in there, and they condemned it. Like,
and you never got it back.
Like, they finally let us, like, weeks later, because people had families and shit, and their stuff was in there. So it was a big thing. And the elevators were off. We had to go up the steps, like 18 floors, and like grab shit.
Damn.
Yeah, it was insane. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, man, that building. So every time I see that building, everybody sees that shit.
Yeah,
at the 285 and 85 cross at Spaghetti Junction.
Exactly.
That building is legendary.
Yeah, we always were like, what the hell? Like, why is that shit so abandoned?
It used to be a club at the bottom too.
Really?
Yeah, it used to be a club, bro.
A little bit of everything. People live in their clubs.
Yeah, bro. But that shit was And shit it was bootleg though. It wasn't no luxury shit, I'll tell you that. But yeah, that's something I always remember in Atlanta. Yeah.
Legendary building right there. So yeah, I mean, so shit. I mean, so you got your spot, you got people pulling up. What was like your next like, big like moment or whatever after that? Was it linking up with Post or?
Yeah. I think the next big one, like there was definitely stuff in between that. I remember I met Jeremih for the first time. And he came and he pulled up to Atlanta. He a real one too. Came to Atlanta. We made this song called Fuck You All the Time. With Lil Wayne on it. Brad paid for the beat like a week after. Ooh, I'm like, you a real one. And he offered studio time to pay for it. Like, you a real one, my dog. Yeah, that was an amazing song too. Yeah.
See, this time period right here, this is like, I was, watching from the outside and I'm from like Rochester, New York. So I just remember like these times like, bro, I just want to be in Atlanta. Like I'm seeing all this shit. And I feel like I got to the party late in Atlanta, you know what I mean? But
but I feel like the Atlanta party always gonna be running, bro.
Nah, most definitely.
It's always new vibes, bro. We're like aliens, bro. It's magic in the water or something, bro. It's like, it's a special place. It's a special place. But so in between all that time, of course I'm still rapping, just trying to rap anywhere I can. Me and my friend had this song, we used to perform it in the clubs. It was called We In There. And we knew a lot of the club promoters and they used to like to come perform it and everything. But of course then I'm still making beats, still trying to figure it out. I randomly go to LA one time because I met an engineer. I met an engineer out there, his name's JB. So I pull up, he's like, yo, you like meet this dude. I just started working with him or whatever. And it just happened to be Post. Damn, this dude pretty dope, man. He was like doing more rapping shit at the time. And he kind of sung a little bit, but he was doing the rapping shit at the time. I'm like, damn, this dude real dope. This dude was real dope. And then fast forward, I moved into his spot in LA and we just started cooking every single day. He was making beats, I was making beats. Cooking every single day, like having fun, man. I wasn't used to being in LA, so I'm like, shit, this shit is crazy, bro. We smoking everything, the weather good, everything.
What made you want to move out here? Like, was it that particular situation, or was it already like, oh, I gotta get out to LA?
No, I wasn't trying to move out here.
Oh, okay.
Just every now and then come out here for 4 days. That's it, and then go home. That's all it was. And then he told me I could stay at his spot. Cause I had a little bit of money, but I didn't have like money, like where I could just go get a hotel for weeks and weeks. I couldn't do shit like that. We skipped the whole part, actually. I forgot about Iggy Azalea. I used to live in London for a month. I skipped the whole part. But do we need to go there?
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about it.
We need to go there, bro. Shit.
I never been out to London.
I fast forwarded. Yo, that producer I worked with, the producer that my dad randomly linked me with, I met her there. Random as fuck. She had just came here from Australia. She said she wanted to rap, and she ended up with, he did produce the Beyonce song. So it was like he did have clout.
Yeah.
So she was just linking with him and he was working with her. They were making shit, but that shit was whack though. Like, like it was like, I don't know, that ain't it. Nothing against him, it's just like the combination, I'm like, it just wasn't fully it. So yeah, Iggy was in, so Iggy was in Atlanta. I think she moved to Texas first. She in Atlanta, just like working with different producers and shit. And so I linked her. So I linked her with my girl, and because she was literally in Atlanta alone, like literally, like literally. Yeah. I'm like, yo, you can't be out here like that. Like, you can't just be out here like that. Like, so I linked her. I linked her with her, and they started kicking it, running ideas back and forth together, like making clothes and shit, and YouTube videos, like.
Just trying to make it.
Like just dumb shit, yeah. Just hanging out, like being friends and shit. And we were like, Oh, I just started making songs with her. I started making songs. Her name wasn't even Iggy at the time. I ain't gonna say her name at the time. Her name wasn't even Iggy at the time. We were just making songs, bro. Cooking up, making songs. And I was just like freestyle shit. You know what I mean? She'll go in and do it. And we were just trying to figure out songs or whatever.
Oh, so you were kind of songwriting too? Well, yeah, I mean, you've always been an artist.
Yeah. So I was just making songs. We just always freestyles. We were just always making shit. And then she ended up going out to LA, and then she ended up making a Pussy song with these producers named Drugs. So shit started moving faster. Then she hit me back up, and we started making music again. We was we was in London for like a month. It shit was crazy. That shit was fire. Before that, I ain't never been nowhere. So I was out there literally cooling, kicking it. They was tripping on the weed everywhere though, but I was out there. But I learned a lot though, because I got to work with some old ass producers. Sorry for calling them old ass producers. They probably be mad. But they was though. Like, it was these 3 old white dudes, bro. It was called the Invisible Men.
Okay.
And like, I never took production there where they were going. Like, they were just like playing the piano first. Everybody was writing to it and little shit like that. What the fuck's going on? Just go in there and do the shit. But they was just like, it was more formal. Everything was formal. They'll even get to the studio like a 9 to 5, like pull up. Like, what? Nigga, we here all day and night. And we smoke, we doing whatever. Now it wasn't like that. It was like a real fucking job. And like, she got new management signed to these new people, and they sent us to this studio out in Wales, bro. Far as hell, middle of nowhere.
It's like an island, right? Wales, ain't it?
I just know it's the south of England or South Wales, bro. We in the middle of fucking nowhere, literally. Yeah. But we ended up at the place where, have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that farm.
Okay.
I slept at that farm for a week.
Where it was like a studio.
It was a studio slash farm slash.
Where they made their hits and shit.
Yeah, that's where they made all the songs. Wow. They made Bohemian Rhapsody in there. So we in the middle of fucking nowhere, dog. Nowhere. It's me, her, and my other friend. She from Oklahoma. She like write songs. So I think that place gave me some magic. I realized that place gave me some motherfucking magic, dog. But anyway, so we was out there just cooking up, and I learned so much from those producers. Like, any producer that's fire or has hits, you can learn something from. So it's like, people just don't need to have egos with who they meet or whatever, because you can always learn from them. They taught me so many different angles of production, just watching them.
Give us a gem. What's the one thing that you would say? Not to put you on the spot.
Build that bitch. You can literally build it. I feel like sometimes when Fruity Loops, it's like we just, when there's a rapper, it's like, or artist, they want to just finish the whole beat. Like, nah, you can just start with one piece. You can start with one piece, write everything to that, and then add later. Because like drums is like a melody will last forever, and drums always change. Drums change like every 5 or 10 years, maybe less. So it's like, you just keep up with the drums, you good.
So I'll sidebar here this, because when I was watching, the thing that's playing behind you, and there was one of the songs on there where it really, like, at the end, it kind of just was like a long, like, I don't even know what to call it. Like, you know the song I'm talking about? It kind of just like, it was more like the beat was switching up. You had different things coming in and out.
Oh yeah, it was our rock, because it starts aggressive as fuck, then it just kind of moves out.
And I was just wondering if that came after, like, you laid down the vocals and everything. Did you go back to the beat and kind of like do that outro kind of thing, or was that just while you were making the beat?
It's crazy for me, like, some beats I've been making for like 3 years.
It's like an ongoing thing.
It'll be an ongoing thing.
Okay.
And shit pop up when somebody says something or a key word. I'm like, oh shit, I got something for that. Like, that's why I like when people can kind of explain what they want to make. Even though it's hard, it's not easy. But like, when I meet a new producer, I'll be like, I want to feel like I can fly. I want it to sound smooth, ambient, space. Like, that's what you know what I mean? Like, that's if that's what I want, that's what I want. So if somebody comes to me and say certain things, I'm like, oh, I got something for that. And it might be a beat I made fucking 2010 or something, bro.
Word.
Like, I just got a gold plaque right now off of a beat me and Spinz made in 2009. And I gave it to him to do a year and a half, 2 years ago. This dude A.CHAL. It's called Love and Hennessy.
Did you like modernize it, or is it the same? Literally the same.
It's the same thing.
Wow.
Like because Spinz did a lot of it, and I literally updated it. I made it more Spanish and like bachata.
Okay.
Like some shit. Just fused it together, and it was an old Travis Porter song, but we flipped that shit.
All right.
So it was like music. Old music is still useful, bro. Like shit is still useful. If it's good, it's still useful. All that shit. So yeah, I keep up with all my music. That's why I use iTunes and Dropbox, man. iTunes and Dropbox. iTunes will keep up with all your shit because I think I got an iPhone in like 09 or 11 or something. I don't even know when, 12. But all the shit I made is in there, bro. Old songs, old verses, acapellas, like all my shit. So
the archives.
Yeah. And sometimes I just put that shit on shuffle. I'm like, damn, that's hard. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that shit tonight. The artist gonna pull up. That shit could be old. So just keep up with your music. Try to keep up with your music. I feel like Dropbox is the best thing. Dropbox is the best thing, bro. Even if you can get a business Dropbox, it's really like buying a hard drive, really, if you think about it. It's like the business is like $700.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. But
it's not monthly? You gotta literally peel $700?
Yeah, it's for like a year, but it's like unlimited. It's like
unlimited storage. So
right when I bounce down the beat, literally the folders are all lined up. We go straight there. I don't even have to look. When I bounce down the song, go straight there. Straight there, straight there. And I can access that shit anywhere. And I can send a link to anybody. Because, yeah. Because you always got to be ready to send music to somebody at any time.
Throw the stems in there, all types of shit.
Yeah, like, yo, what's up? I need a beat. I need a pack real quick. Man, yo, Dropbox, everything. Google Drive fucking sucks. Yeah.
No, I agree. Because you got to give access and all kinds of weird shit.
That shit is stupid. I've literally not finished songs with my one homie. He lives in Australia and I make songs with him. Probably like 2 songs we didn't finish because I had to get access or something. So I was like, fuck it. And I just moved on to something else.
Word.
Like literally moved on to something that was completely new. Now it's lost in the sauce. But yeah.
Yeah, that's a gem right there. Don't get lost in the sauce, bro. He's in Google Drive.
It's easy to get lost in the sauce. I saw something on y'all page, maybe, I think it said, tag your beats, bro. Your beats will get lost in the sauce, bro. And it'll be your fault. Because you didn't either tag it, you didn't put your name on it, you didn't put the beat, you didn't put nothing on it. Yeah. And it could easily just get lost, bro.
Because you just named it something 162 BPM.
Yeah, bro. You gotta, yeah. My friend just sent me a whole bunch of shit with just nothing. Just like hello to or something. Like, bro, that shit gonna get lost.
These producers sending loops too. I feel like you definitely should put your name on the loops too. I don't know why people wouldn't do that shit.
Yeah, I don't understand either. But label everything, bro. Label your shit. Now I understand sometimes you be moving fast, but you gotta label your shit, man. I've been through too many horror stories, bro.
It ain't nothing to go before you zip it up, go and you know what I mean? Throw your tag in there.
Only make beats on somebody else's computer that you trust. I repeat, you can collab and make beats on other people's computers. Because like we do it here. But I'm a trustworthy person. And the shit is tagged. Your shit is on there. Your name is on there if we work. But yeah, I've made beats with people, big songs, no credit. Because I made it on that producer's computer.
And you got no proof.
No proof.
Yeah, that's fucked
Just
up.
My word versus theirs. And sometimes the producer won't be 100 and they won't keep it 100. They'll be like, what? I made that shit. So you can collab, but just make sure you cool with the person. That's all I ask. Like, you gotta just be cool with the person. Shit's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I won't ask for any specifics, but damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, bro. You wanna know a video I've never watched? Even though the video was cool, the video was sexy. Doom, 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 doom. The fade and the Tiana Taylor dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know what song I'm talking about. Fade. Yes. Not the whole beat. The breakdown part at the end is. But shit happens. But that was my fault. I was on somebody else's computer. Drop the sauce on there.
Or get a little video clip like, yo, I'm making this right now. Like,
yeah. But the crazy thing, like, bro, on studio etiquette, I'm so for real on that. I respect studio shit so much. Sometimes, I know we couldn't though. It was fucking, Kanye in there and fucking Rick Rubin and shit. I couldn't just be like,
okay, damn. That's
should have. I wish, but yeah, man.
Right, you're just probably thankful to be in that room.
Yeah, I was just thankful for being there. I'm like, holy shit, it's crazy. So
charge it to the game.
Make it on your own computer.
Charge it to the game and learn from it, right?
Yep.
So you're out in London. Come back to Atlanta. How long was between them before you're back? You're out here working with Post.
So
and I know there had to be some times here. I know there had to be some rough times or something you were going through where shit was hard or was.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell,
don't leave that out, man.
Hell yeah!
That's the inspiration.
Oh, but these times I'm coming to LA, I was broke, bruh. Like, not broke, but broke. Like I was spent. Like I didn't realize how expensive weed was. All that shit. I was mismanaging. I was just pulling out. We was partying. See, we was making music. We was having a good time at the same time. Boy was broke, man. But it was all these times were hard. I feel like my escape was always the studio. Like my drug is like just being in the studio. Like I forget all that shit. That's like when I'm in here, it's like that is my puff or whatever, my hit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I just gotta be in there. So all the bullshit, I just never tried to pay attention to. I never tried to like fall in and shit. Like I got into fights because of music shit at studios, all kind of wild shit. Because like people can throw you off and make you lose your focus. Like throwing their insecurities on you and other people, they can just throw them shits. Like, here's mine. Take it. Hey, my brain was clear, bro. I was wavy, bro. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. Somebody could come in and give a negative Phil Jackson speech. Has that ever happened?
What you mean?
Like instead of Phil Jackson walking in the room giving a speech to turn everybody up, like, yo, let's do this. There could be people that come in and literally be like, man, the world fucked up. This shit ain't gonna never be right. Blah, 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 blah. You be like, wait, what? But then they might even say something that kind of makes sense, and then you even listen and it's like, wait, what am I doing?
I know what you mean, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they call that a reverse Phil Jackson speech. You don't want that. You don't want a reverse Phil Jackson. You want the people that drop the Phil Jackson speeches when you were like around, or like say positive things, or just positive shit. Just saying 5 shit that can help everybody in the room, whether it's a joke or something serious. Like, come on, man. You got to control your vibes and protect your magic, bro. That's a definitely.
I agree, especially if you're in a leadership position too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I used to, it was crazy because I feel like I always tried to put myself in a leadership position, and I wouldn't control the energy and control the vibes in the room. I just used to let everybody do whatever they want. You know what I mean? Whoever was the loudest, whatever, you could have it or whatever. But nah, you got to control the vibes. Like, shit can still get crazy because, I mean, it's studio, you know what I mean? So you got to let everybody's vibes get out. Everybody's, everybody's vices is different. And some artists work amazing with their vices. So sometimes you got to have a balance. Oh, yeah.
100%. So, yeah, man. So you're out here in LA and you're working with, Post before he's Post, and White Iverson, man. How did that come about, man? Was that just regular day at the studio? Just
well, we recorded that. We recorded at a studio. It was not our studio. It was someone else's studio. But that studio was on the fucking beach, off the PCH. You can see that shit. You can see the whole beach. That's how I think. That
so how
song
was he so
made.
lit? How was he having all this like access and stuff like that?
No, I mean, I was a producer, and I would be going to other producers' studios.
Oh, so yeah, okay. So
you know what I mean? He would just come with me, and he could make beats too. Like I would. Sometimes I'll try to book out a studio, and it would just be me and him making beats and just making songs. But he used to go. He was at Travis Scott's house when we were making Rodeo. He came over. Nobody knew who he was. White Iverson wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
But he was over there. He pulled up. Metro was over there. Southside was over there. Everybody. But I mean, he was just a regular time then.
Yeah.
But he still had all the talent, all the fire shit. Nah, we just used to go to different studios and just cook up. And we was out at this amazing studio, man. They had everything, SSL, everything. And we literally kept the doors open. The vibes was open to the beach. We could hear the water, everything. That's how I think that song was made, just like location.
Yeah, I feel like people don't take into account shit like that. Vibes.
Oh, yeah. The vibes are definitely real.
Yeah, that's fire. Shit, I want a studio like that, man, on the beach like that.
Oh yeah, that it always inspired me.
You ever go back there?
I've been there in years. Nah, I've been there. It was someone's personal studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Someone with a bag.
Yeah, big bag. Big bag.
So that song comes out. So okay, so all these songs, like, you know, the Travis Porter stuff, those are all back in like the mixtape era, where, you know what I mean, it was I feel like it was different and difficult for producers to get paid, and obviously there was publishing and stuff for the radio and all that stuff, but that was obviously your most commercially successful song, and it was in an era where you could at least capitalize off of the sales and stuff.
I think we talked about money before. Like, focus on the prize and the money will come. I feel like every time I have a session and somebody pulls up and the first thing we talk about is like money or just something, just like, our brain ain't in the right place. It's like music just left. We just put like money into it. But that's just me though. Like, and I know there's other producers that are way more successful than me and probably, you know what I mean, and do other stuff. But I'm like, I always try not to let money like fully get in the way. You got to get paid though. You got to get paid. That's why you got to have a good manager too. You got to get paid, but.
Well, yeah, let's talk about, so you say if you're talking money conversations first, like, what do you mean? Like talking about plans, like, yo, we're going to do this, and or like, what do you mean? Like when money, how would money even come in the conversation first? Because I feel like I do that a lot. I feel like I'm always trying to talk about, oh, if we do this, then we do that. You school me, man. I'm making mistakes out here.
It's different situations. Like, I feel like I've heard a rapper, producer name the price in the room. Like, or...
Okay, so transactional.
Or like... putting certain worths on things, like intentions. All right, I would say intentions. Your beginning intentions. Like, if you have a famous artist, people will just go in with that artist, of course, because they're famous, but you might go in there like, I'm about to make the bag off them. Something. Like, I'm just gonna laugh at all they jokes just because they got the bag. I'm about to get this bag off them. Like, like, I feel like intentions, those things, like, always fuck shit up. So it's more like, instead of money, I would say intentions on what you want to do with the person. All the situations I went in was like, I want to make good music. I want to do this. Everybody's going to hear this. Everybody's going to love this. Shit like that. Like, this going to change the world. Like, you know, all the money going to come with all that anyway. But it's just like your intentions with people and linking with them. Like, I can tell, sometimes I can tell when people's intentions are bad towards me already. It's like, not even saying they want to hurt me, but they just want to be around, take everything and leave. Whether it's ideas, songs, tracks, beats, anything like that. It's people's intentions. I always want to do 50-50. Like, when I link with 2 Chainz, anybody post, it's like 50-50, bro. You bring your magic, I bring my magic. Let's bring it all together. We might have help from a couple other producers or somebody else, but let's just bring it all together and do what we came here to do.
Let's make the best music.
Yeah, make the best music. We gonna count the money anyway. If it's good, if we do all this shit right, all that shit's gonna happen anyway. So yeah.
Dope, super dope. Hell yeah, man. The shit you just said about intentions, though, like, I feel like if you're thinking like that, like, I'm gonna finesse this person like this, or
oh yeah, people think like that every day. Yeah. People literally think like that every day. I mean, it's cool, I guess. I guess it works for some people.
Yeah.
That shit ain't never worked for me though. But that's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna saying in my opinion, in my shoes. Whenever I had bad intentions but still wanted to do something, it just never worked. Or just ended up bad somehow, ended up flipping like, whoa, what the fuck?
I hate when I read situations like that too, because it always comes off super, super obvious too. Like, I don't know if everyone can read shit like that, like, but you know how it's obvious. I don't like shit like that.
Yeah.
Definitely don't.
I'm a big person on collaboration. I believe in collaboration. You just gotta make sure it's with the right people. It's like a relationship. You can have a relationship with the wrong person. You just kind of gotta figure it out and just have good energy and good intentions, man. That's what I say.
100%, man.
Try not to be jaded. It's easy to be jaded in this shit. It's so easy.
How so?
Just being in situations where you didn't get as much money or you didn't get paid or something, it's so easy to put that energy towards the new situation. I've done that plenty of times and didn't mean to. I didn't even mean to. I was just mad because of the previous situation or another situation. I'm thinking this person gonna do it to me. You know what I mean? I'm thinking this person, she gonna do it, he gonna do it to me. I'm like, they might not even, their intentions might not even be like that. But you just threw them into the bus with everybody else and missed shit. Like, I feel like I probably missed some things because of that. And that's just because I was just mad over our situation. Now I'm all good. Now I'm not mad at over any situations. All that shit in the past, fuck it. But yeah, you gotta control your ego, control your emotions, because you can be jaded or angry at something. You can't let that happen, bro. You just gotta keep it. Find your escape, whether it's music or whatever. Do that shit, because you don't want to be angry in this shit. Don't be the mad person.
Yeah, because it'll turn genuine people off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People are like, damn, bro, I was just here to be real, be 100, and you know what I mean? Bro's got something going with him.
Yeah, so just try to keep it cool, laid back. Don't talk shit. Everybody always hear it. Even if you were just joking, that's the thing. Keep the like, that goes back to like being sarcastic and all that. You could be telling a joke that's not real or just something, even a joke between you, but you're forgetting the person you're talking about is famous. So it's like, to this person, this is like, even if it's the smallest thing, like, yo, this artist farted yesterday. I'm just making an example. This artist farted yesterday. That's news. Whether you think of it as that or not. I'm like, this is just like, this could just be my friend or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to everybody else, no, nigga, this is a superstar, like TMZ shit. Just shut up. Don't talk to nobody, bro. No, like, for real, like, dead ass, bro. There's been times like a kid in a random, like in Seattle, came up to me. Pause, I was eating a Seattle dog. I didn't never know what a Seattle dog was. It was like, yo, you ever had a hot dog in Seattle? I'm like, nah. So I'm out on the street corner, like, literally, this kid comes up to me, he's like, don't you make beats and shit or whatever? Aren't you FK? I was like, yeah. And I don't even happen a lot. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I was just like, all right, whatever. I'm cool. He starts asking me all these questions, bruh. He's interviewing me, but I didn't see it as that. Like, I wasn't even paying attention. He's literally interviewing me about somebody's album. The next day, that shit is on Kanye to the blogs, going crazy, though.
Like, he was recording it?
I don't know if he was recording it, but he
ran with it.
He had so much stuff and ran with it. I'm thinking I'm talking to a kid on the street, just literally kicking it. Like, yo, yeah, I make music. Yo, yeah, cool shit's happening right now. Nah, that little kid interviewed me, bro.
Finessed you, damn.
The artist was mad, called me within like 5 hours, bro. Woke me up the next day, mad as fuck.
He knew.
I'm thinking I just
be one person.
Yeah, I'm just thinking but it wasn't even malicious. It was literally one random kid on the street. He was younger than me, everything. Like, but he was like a fucking journalist.
Damn.
It was crazy, bro. I didn't say anything. It wasn't saying anything bad. It was just like it was like song ideas and shit. Not even thinking, but like, I think just a little kid's just gonna be happy. Like, yeah, but nah. Be quiet.
Definitely, man. So at that point, after White Iverson and shit, was shit all the way lit at that point for you? Like, or how long did it take before? Because I know for these big records, I feel like people should know it's not like the payment just comes like, oh yeah, song is big, you're paid immediately.
Right. Nah, it was still regular. Like, I remember I was still working with Lil Uzi at that time, like early Uzi.
Word.
Like, FaceTiming, talking, like all those, like, what's that first project? Had Moist on there. 1987. Love is Rage. Yeah, that had started like picking up. But I met with him, but like before that, we were just cooking up. We were just making songs. Like, he was real cool. Real cool. And yeah, years later, he just blew up, bro. I want to make songs. I want to link up with him again. We only did like Love is Rage shit. And we had like 5 unreleased songs. So like we made a lot of shit. And during that time, Love is Rage is happening. And then so it's really still like all underground SoundCloud shit. Really. Even the White Album shit, that shit blew, but it introduced me to so many people. I met Mac Miller through that. Yeah, Mac Miller. We ended up making a song with Uzi. Me, Mac Miller, Uzi, and Post, the most random song ever. But yeah, we would just make No, it's out.
Oh, okay.
It's out. There's 2 different versions though. I wish I could put out. I should put out the other versions way harder. But a version of it is out. DJ Drama had put it out or something like that. Yeah, I was rapping on it too. Yeah. So I mean, money was coming in. Like money wasn't coming in yet. I was just getting money from old shit.
Okay.
Others like Make It Rain and shit. Like checks from that was coming in and shit. They were like just normal, but it's that. I was just still eating off that, and fuck, Post just blew up like crazy. That shit was insane. But we said he was gonna be the biggest artist. I was like, you gonna be America's poster boy, bro. Your birthday's July fucking 4th, bro.
Is it really?
Yes. Your birthday's on the 4th of July, and you like beer and guns. If that ain't America, I don't know what is. Like, that is literally America. 4th of July, guns, and beer. Pretty much right.
Might not have worked for him if he would have came out like more around these times though. Not to get into all that.
I didn't think about it. Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
But okay, so you're mentioning all these connections and stuff. Like for me, I find like, bro, like, you know, in this shit, you know, it's a relationship game. It's a social industry. You meet people daily. You're taking people's numbers down. How do you know who to stay in contact with? And you know, you've even mentioned like, you know, there's some like, I haven't worked with this person ever since. And how will like give us some gems on managing relationships, or is it just it's not even manageable?
Managing relationships is really a filter, bro. It's like, it's an uncontrollable filter. Not saying like I made one. Like I'm saying, you can miss stuff all the time because when shit is like lit, everybody be hitting you up at the same time. So it's really just being organized, having your shit ready to send like that, and not sending duplicates either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Just being organized and having your shit ready to send to people on time. Like, that's a big thing. I still have a problem with it because like deadlines, sometimes you might not be creative, but deadlines, you gotta take deadlines serious. If you take deadlines serious, you'll be unstoppable. Like deadlines and consistency and keeping up with people like all the time. Like, cause I could be a loner. I could be a full-blown loner and be good. But it's not good all the time. It's not good all the time. Like hitting people up whenever you need something is not wavy. Like that ain't the move. You know what I mean? It's definitely good to keep in contact with people. Not everybody, but just gotta figure out those people you fuck with, man. Like, and those are the people that you talk to all the time. There's no rules to this shit, bro. There ain't no rules. Yeah. You can be a loner if you want to, but
because sometimes I feel like, damn, this is some person that I should stay in contact with, but then it's like I don't even know what to stay in contact with them about.
Right. You know what I mean? That's a thing. I feel like another thing is like, I don't even know if this is the right word, not respect. Like, I just feel like if I hit certain people, they know that shit gonna be serious though. And it's not like I'm just asking for anything, but it's like, you gotta have a good
pitch or whatever.
No, you gotta have a good, like, log with the person. Like, yeah. Like one time I text 2 Chainz this dumbass joke. I still think this nigga's not mad at me over it. It was just funny as fuck. And nigga was like, nah, because in other people, this shit was funny. He was like, nah, man. So I'm like, damn, he might not take the next thing I send serious. Or it could just be all in my head. That's just a random example.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you know what I mean? Just make sure people know when you hit them up, it's for something serious. It's for something fire too. Like, it ain't just for anything.
Which can be hard at first. If you don't got nothing going. You know what I mean? Producer to producer and producer to artist. You know what I mean? It's always value if you're bringing beats and stuff, but you know, I think you know what I'm talking about though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's definitely another thing when you just meeting people, try not to be so clingy. Like, Some people do that. I've met some people and they thought they was my best friend after a week and was asking me for shit. Like, I'm like, hey, bro, I just met you, bro. We ain't cool like that. Like, you know what I mean? You ain't just be accessible and like this always be where like you can help the situation. You can always be in a situation where you can help.
Bring value.
You can always bring value, bro. Always bring value. Don't ever be known as the dude who just come around and he just handicaps everything. Like, don't be that dude. Whatever you do, don't be that dude. Another good story, a person I saw go up from the bottom, from the mud to the top, B Weezy, bro. From even early Travis Scott sessions where T.I. was at, all them early shits Young Thug was at, bro would definitely be in there cooking in the background. Cooking shit. Cooking up. Now that nigga at the top, that shit is amazing. Most fire shit I've seen. I've seen it a lot of times. It was just amazing to see his, bro. He been grinding. So to see him get it, that's hard. Literally. No beef, no nothing. He just in the studio cooking. Like, that's what like the main thing is, just get into a studio. Get into the studio. That's popping. That's all. That's was always my goal. Get into there. Any way possible, bro. You're gonna be good. If you got some fire shit, you're gonna be good. Get in there. I met a producer in DC. Bro, no cap. I met a producer in DC. Like, I was out there on the road with my homie A. And and this girl linked us and he was like, yo, man, I make beats, whatever, I engineer, bro. How the fuck did you do this shit? And he lived in like Virginia or DC or whatever. I'm like, bro, it's easier now. Just get on, just DM certain people, bro. DM an engineer, DM a DJ. Like, the engineers, DJs are cool, bro. Like, DM and let them know that you got some shit and you fire. Of course, they gotta hear it and make sure that it's cool.
Right.
But like, take different routes. Go through them. Don't take the same fucking route. Like, don't go knock on the studio door and be like, hey, what's up? Can I get in here? Like, no, bro. No. And people do that. You'll be surprised. People do that at studios across America. Literally, knock on the door and be like, can I come in? Like, something like, no. You got to get in here. You got to get introduced. Like, you can't just do that. And anybody can introduce you. Just get in the studio, man. Just get into that studio. And it's making your own lanes too, creating your own circles. That's what people fuck up too. They try to get in everybody else's circle. Make your own circle. It's not hard. Not hard.
You talking about coming up with artists?
Coming up with artists and shit.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants to jump in. Everybody just wants to jump in OVO. Everybody just wants to jump in Dream Chasers. Everybody just wants to jump in. They got their squad, bro.
Right.
Like, yes, every now and then a new person might be able to come through and like, oh yeah, they squad. But it's like, for everybody, it ain't like that, bro. You got to make your own squad, make your own circle. It's not that
hard. I want to say I agree, but that shit definitely is hard, though.
It's hard. It depends what kind of circle what kind of circle are you trying to create? That would be hard. It just depends what.
True. I guess I would just say, like, you know, coming up, like, you know, the people that I started with, like, you know, I'm the producer, they're the artist. It's hard to get everybody on that same page and where everybody wants to put in equal work and everybody wants to.
Oh yeah, it is. People gonna get dropped on the way.
Yeah.
People gonna get dropped on the way. Everybody ain't gonna make it to the finish line. Everybody's not going to make it, bro. Bro, there's a producer artist. He was just about to walk in. That me and my homie went. He did not go to no schools at all. No training, nothing. A producer friend of mine just introduced us. He brought him to the studio one day. He was like, yo, man, I keep this bitch clean for y'all, you know what I mean?
Brought that value.
If I could just kick it with y'all and just watch. Shit, he went on to engineer for Kevin Gates around the world, everywhere he go, everything. No, nothing. Just came in the right studio at the right time, bro. So it's like, shit ain't impossible. You gotta put yourself in the right spots. And bring value. Like, don't be no sucker. Like, don't be a sucker.
Right.
Don't be the chump. Don't be the dead weight. Bring something to the table. Even if it's just weed. It could be the weed. You could be the weed man. You could be
pick up a camera, engineer.
Anything, bro.
Yeah.
Anything.
Be the graphic designer, whatever.
Have good intentions though. It goes back to intentions.
Yeah.
There's definitely been cameramen other dudes that came with, I want to be a rapper intentions. I'm about to try to finesse you with the camera for one day. And no.
What you mean? Like they act like they're going to be a cameraman, but they're just there?
They don't want to do that at all. They just like, I'm like, bro, I'm not fucking stupid. Like, and you could have done both. If you was just cool, if you was just smart, you could have just done both.
Stay down, stay patient.
Just
like
be patient, bro. Patience and persistence, bro. That shit is real, bro. The patience, bro. You gotta have it. Have to have it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have it, bro. It's like the most serious shit ever, bro. Patience. And just, I think of it as planting seeds and dipping out. Like planting seeds, I'm out. Planting seeds, I'm out. Planting seeds, I'm out. You can sit with that bitch, let it harvest, but sometimes you sit too long, it's just, you can fuck up everything. So now I'm just, keep the relationship, everything, but let's just plant these seeds, you know what I mean? On to the next garden or whatever. We planting more and more. Like I got seeds from 2 years ago, just now sprouting. Don't even matter. You just got to keep that focus. Like, all right, I'm doing this. It's going to be like this. Next thing.
I think that's big too, because, you know,
water them too.
Certain relationships and certain opportunities can come and you might want to put all your energy into it because you think like, yeah, this is it. This is my break. This is what, you know, like you just said, like, you know what I mean? Maintain it, but don't just, you know what I mean? Don't just think that this is it, this is everything, because like you're gonna be real hurt when it's not.
Yeah, real hurt.
And you know, that's time gone to waste, different opportunities missed. Now that's real shit, bro.
I don't even get mad at people anymore. Like I don't give people expectations. Like I don't give people expectations. Like I don't like this person you were supposed to be like this. Like nah, anything can happen. You know what I mean? But you still have to have like that open heart. Still be cool. Don't be jaded. But
and one thing too, I just thought of this because your story has kind of been, this has been the theme. And this is actually a tweet we posted from Nick Mira. He said, bro, when you get a placement, forget about that shit. Move on. Worry about the next placement. Don't sit there and be like, you know what I mean? Just get caught up on that placement. Don't even think about that shit. Just move on. And obviously your story's been a testament to that.
Bro. Just move on. Just move on. It's so much shit that can happen with that song. It might not ever come out. Might not ever come out. 5 years later, you can use the beat for something else or the idea for something else. But yeah, bro, it happens to everybody. Like, you know how many songs Kanye West and fucking Drake that got that no one will ever hear? They have thousands of them, bro.
Right.
You're going to produce a song for somebody and it's not gonna come out sometimes. It's a part of it. Part of it. I'm not trying not to even tell people now.
Yeah.
Because it might just the case.
That shit.
Yeah, jinx that shit. Yeah, man. So cook it, plant it. Let that shit grow. Some might take a long time too. That's what other people don't realize. Some might take a long time. I've met people, we made a song, didn't make a cool song. 3 years, 5 years later, we made a song and it was amazing. It finally worked out. 3 years later, 5 years later.
Slow grind. Plant those seeds.
Yeah.
Most definitely, bro. Man, let's see, man. There's so much shit, man. Man, so much to talk about, like, you know, from all the shit you done with Travis, you know, all the way back from Rodeo, you know, the Astro World, 21, so many different things, man. But I know more so recently you really gone in on your own artistry and your own songs and stuff like that. I guess what and I mean, you know, talking to you, you know, it's always been there. You know what I mean? That's always been a part of everything for you with the music shit. But why now? I guess why? You know, what's making you want to focus more and more on that now?
It was crazy. I actually hate that question, bro. Why now? Because it's always been. I've literally always been doing it.
Yeah.
But of course, it's just like in different eyes. It's just like. The perception is like, I understand, but I've literally been doing, like, I've always just made music. I've always done it. But I make 5 beats too. And it's just, I guess it's just more so focused at the time. It was crazy when I met Pharrell and I met Kanye at 2 different times at the studio, and I forgot to ask them, how do they decide what song is theirs and what song they give away?
Yeah, I guess that's a difficult question. What was their answer?
I didn't get to ask them. I forgot. Like a dumbass. I forgot to fucking ask the two goats that doing this shit. Who, like, how do y'all decide what's for you and what's not? Like, what's your big song and what's not?
Well, what's your answer to that?
My answer, I'm like, I try to be like organic with everything. So I try to like let the shit happen naturally. Like if I accidentally play a beat or something, I'm like, fuck. And sometimes I just let it go. Like, I guess it was meant to be that person's song, but I'm not saying that's the right thing, but I kind of just go off shit like that. Or just sometimes play it and see if the person wants to get on it. And there's no real answer. That's what sucks. That's why I wish I had their answer. I mean, I'm just like starting like my campaign, my real campaign on what I want to do is like, I feel like it started within the last 3 years. Like, even though I've always been aiming for it, but now like the campaign started, you know what I mean? I want the position. I want the respect from both things. Like, it's gonna be hard work too, but I mean, I'm gonna get it though. It's gonna be hard work.
Is there anything that you have had to sacrifice or have to sacrifice from producing to make that happen?
Hell yeah. Definitely. It's like the filter. It's like right now, I'll only work with like certain people. Like I really only work with my friends or people that I've always had a connection with. Like of course, Post Malone, Travis Scott, even my homie Key. It's just certain situations, just certain new artists. You know what I mean? We gonna link and work, but I'm just making music, and if a person wants to hop on a song and they can hop on it, or maybe we can make some new stuff, but I'm just literally focused on me. I'm just focused on me. Literally.
Most definitely, man. With your last project, the Tokyo project, you were featured on Complex and LA Weekly. I guess how did that come about? Is that just off of relationships too, or like how do artists get press and stuff like that? I'm trying to get gems for
Hell yeah.
Artists.
See, that's like press and all that. That's not really my that's not really my zone. But I mean stuff like that. That's relationships too.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely people who work with different like magazines and different blogs that I do know, and I kept a relationship. We chill and smoke sometime. But for the most part, my thing is music. All I know is I'm releasing this. The couple people I do know, can you help me with this at all? Like you gotta ask. Like a closed mouth won't get fed. And be prepared to have money too. Don't be prepared to just go in getting everything for free. Like people need money. Like everybody needs money. There's not a one person that doesn't need money. Whether you're the richest person or poorest person, anybody. Not saying you have to have it, but you know what I mean? Like you want to get paid for what you do.
Right.
So yeah, just don't go in there like with bad, broke intentions. Like I want this shit for free. But the closed mouth don't get fed either. I definitely realized that. You never know who can help you or who will help you. You never know. The person you least suspect will be the person. Like, hell yeah, let's do it. But it's just... I don't know. Throughout time too, of course, the respect levels get higher, whereas it makes it easier. But like we were saying earlier, just have something to show, or just have something where you can help. Have something where you can help them when you're asking for help. You know what I mean? It's 50-50 shit.
Value exchange.
Exchange, man. Value exchange. This shit is amazing. Just think about the Oregon Trail. Think about trading and shit. Like, think about it like that.
Barter system.
The barter system, man. Barter system.
No, facts. Man, just from hearing your story, man, just the key things I think everyone should take away is obviously passion, and you got to do something that you like at the end of the day. Yeah. You got to be about this shit. Man, patience and longevity, and just moving on. You know what I mean? When not getting stuck at periods of time or opportunities, and just letting things happen naturally, planting those seeds. Man, and just be in this shit for the long game, because your story started in the early 2000s from just getting into music and all that stuff, and here we are 2020, and all these plaques and shit like that. It's just crazy, bro. But I guess one way I like to end these interviews is, what would you say if you could leave anyone with the best piece of advice? All the people watching, the people that are no matter where they are in their career, maybe they're just getting started, just started making beats a month ago, or they've been at it, you know what I mean, for some years now. What if you could literally sit them down and give them the best piece of advice? What would you leave them with?
Best advice. This is just from my opinion. Creating your own squad, creating your own team, creating your own lane, creating your own structure, your own. If you do that, you cannot be stopped. Like, yes, people are going to get, some people on the team are going to get thrown off. They're not going to make it all the way to the end. But you can do this broke too. You don't have to have money. Like, you do not have to have money to do this. You really just need friends and connections. Like, to get a fucking preamp to record yourself, you can get a Behringer one for what, $90 now. Like, even cheaper, I feel like $50.
Right.
That's step one. You and your friends can put that money together. Because once people put in money for a studio, it's like, that's like the first step. That's like the first step to a structure. Not saying you have to make a studio, but just have to make that meeting place. Like I was saying, like, everybody who put up to my spot, whether it was from the beginning or now, it's a place you could smoke at. It's a place you can hear loud ass music. All that, you know what I mean? It's like, those are like key things to this, especially when it comes to producing and being an artist. But just creating your space. It might be shared with other people. There's nothing wrong with that. But creating your own space, your own name, your own thing, it will help in the long run. I feel like you can't lose with that. And it doesn't have to be a full team. It could be 1, 2. I mean, it could be 2 people, 3 people. It does not have to be 5, 6, 7, 8. It could be 2, 3 people. Bring ideas together and just make things happen, man. Make things happen. But it could just all start with making a name. That's what I say about beats. I name all my beats. They got a name, they got life, bro. I don't just put a number on them.
Bro.
I don't just put a random number on them. Hell no, this shit got life. This shit got a name to it, bro.
What are the name? What usually inspires the names? Where do they come from? They just pop in your brain?
They just pop in my brain. The instrument, a song. I try to make a song title. While I'm making the beat, I freestyle fully. Like, at least 12 bars on every beat I've ever made. At least. A lot of times I recorded it, a lot of times I didn't record it. It's just in there as a song. Like, so when I do another song, I wrote this song already. So yeah, bro, this shit just... What else? Every situation's a learning experience, bro. That's some real shit. That's not just a random ass phrase. That's some real shit you can learn from every single person. My ear's always open. But yeah, that was, I don't know. Is that advice?
I would say that's advice. Hell yeah. And run this interview back, man, because catch these gems, man. Don't let
y'all gonna have to run this back 3, 4 times, man. They in there.
Facts.
Hopefully it motivates. Like I said, I don't know, but just motivate motherfuckers, bro. Motivate people. Even the haters, bro. It will all help you in the end. That even makes sense, but just do you, bro.
Have those good intentions, though, like you said.
Intentions, yeah, man. Intentions be everything, bro.
I wonder what really makes a person with bad intentions versus a person with good intentions, or just a good person versus a asshole.
But anybody can do it, though. But anybody can fall in that position. Like, it's not even saying that it's just a certain type of person. Like naturally in business, if 2 people come to you, you're like saying you have to, but you might be leaning towards the person who's done it a couple times, more so this person. But everybody knows the young brain can be unstoppable sometimes. They might have the greatest idea ever. You just haven't seen it yet.
Right.
But just naturally in business, sometimes you'll lean towards, like if Jeff Bezos can hit you about something, of course you're gonna lean towards him then.
Bro, like
Mark Zuckerberg when he was 9.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Mark Zuckerberg when he was 9 might have good ideas, but nah, it's not Jeff Bezos. But yeah, it's like, so we all kind of do it, you know what I mean? You just gotta have a good, what do you call it? Just gotta have a good filter, bro. Not saying judge a book by its cover. Sometimes you gotta judge it. You gotta judge, but just hopefully it's good. Just good intentions, like for good things, not for the bad. I think this whole thing was about intentions. This episode is called Intentions, man.
Facts. I'm gonna throw it in the title. I probably definitely will put it in the title. Appreciate you, bro.
Nah, I appreciate you, my
Already,
boy.
Man.
Hey.
Another,
Keep working, y'all. Keep working. Keep working. As soon as you stop, the person you don't like is gonna take your position.
It's always someone ready to outwork you.
As soon as you stop, that day you be like, man, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing this. The other person like, man, I'm about to get this shit. And you can be replaced. Everybody can be replaced in music. I could be replaced. Anybody, big producers, you can be replaced. You can be replaced. Just be fire and create your own shit, your own outlets, and you good. But don't think you're irreplaceable. There's a lot of people making music at one time. How many people drop music on Spotify a day? 40,000?
Is there something crazy like that?
40,000 new songs either a day or a week. It's some crazy shit. Oh yeah, you can get replaced, bro. It's gotta be fire. Be persistent, consistent, man. And it's hard. It's not easy. But it's just planning, bro.
Gems on gems, man. I'll say one more time, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you. If y'all see me in the street, give me some gems. Drop some on me.
Most definitely. Drop your favorite gem in the comments, man.
There you go.
Another dope episode of the books. We out.